Calculate and interpret the cost of debt capital using the yield to maturity approach and the debt rating approach. It is important to remember that the phrase cost of debt capital means the cost in terms of interest to be paid on newly issued debt, and that interest cost is taken net of tax savings. This lines up with what we have seen from the section on the weighted average cost of capital. We are always thinking about the after-tax cost of debt. Now, the first method of evaluating a cost of debt is by the YTM, the yield to maturity of that debt. Now, where available, this is the most accurate method of evaluating a firm's cost of debt. Be careful here to realize that the yield to maturity reflects the overall cost of debt, and we're not interested in the coupon rate on the debt. That's the key. When you are provided with both the coupon paid out on corporate debt and the yield to maturity on the same issue, the YTM is the one you want. The second method we might use to evaluate the cost of debt is the debt rating approach. When the yield to maturity of a bond or debt issue is not available, an analyst can formulate a kind of matrix pricing to estimate the cost of debt. By assessing the rating and maturity of an issue, an analyst can estimate the rate from the relevant yield curve. From there, we need to account for things like covenants and subordination to get a more accurate estimate. Calculate and interpret the cost of non-callable, non-convertible preferred stock. Here's the formula for you right away, the cost of preferred stock. All we need to do is divide the company's preferred share dividend by the current market price of their pref stock. Essentially, the cost is a reflection of the proportion of the market price that we expect to see as a return in terms of a dividend. For example, if Company A were to have a preferred share selling in the market for €25 and last year it paid a dividend of €3.50, what would be Company A's cost of preferred stock funding? As per the formula, we simply divide the dividend amount of €3.50 by the market price of €25 and we get a rate of 14%.